What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another Borkino game video. Today's video is dedicated to a Yume guide. By the way, if you're wondering why people are dropping like end, gear, or whichever comment down in the comment section below, that is the best way to enter the giveaway once we hit 7,500 subs. Anyways, let's jump right into things and talk about Yume and pretty much why you want to gear her. Just note that Yume is a rage reduced down character, and it's probably one of the most rare abilities in the entire game, plus she provides a little bit of defense penetration. Alright, this is the way Yume is geared, and pretty much I think these two weapons right here, Fortune Caller and Falling Butterfly, are the best, right? Next thing, let's go over what I think she should be wearing based off of defense, utility, and attack. Before we jump into this, I feel like the defense set and the attack set will not be viable, but let's go ahead and cover it. Now, pretty much Nightmare Hunter and Swaying Wineglass are going to be leveraging lifesteal, but the thing is with lifesteal, I think it's pretty underwhelming in Illusion Connect. I've never seen it probably do too much, but for the most part, it's just here to somewhat keep Yume alive. I think, distance memory isn't that good, but the thing is Butterfly Retoucher is going to be really good. I don't see this armor piece drop very often, and I don't know if you can obtain it in the gear section. Recommendation though is still to get the Butterfly Retoucher because pretty much it halves the damage that you receive, and that's going to be really powerful on someone like Yume who can pretty much stay alive longer, so she can cast her rage pretty much or her ult as soon as possible. And pretty much that's why Falling Butterfly is here, because it restores rage, and her rage ability or her ultimate ability or unique is the only ability that can actually reduce the rage of the enemy team. Pretty much her other skills, unlike Miyuki can do it on every skill, Yume cannot. Now, next thing is going to be the utility set. Now this is probably the premier set and the most viable set for Yume, and that's just because it allows her to do her job where she rage downs and casts her ultimate as soon as possible. So Fortune Caller, pretty much attack reduces target's rage by 10. Of course that will go higher as it levels up more and more, so it's probably the best rage reduced down weapon, and it's probably a little bit better on Miyuki. But I think technically if I were to have like a utility weapon for attackers and for debuffers and tanks, this is probably the best weapon in the game, just because preventing someone from using a unique is super clutch whenever, especially on boss modes in Crusade. Alright, let's talk about everything else. Falling Butterfly, you already know, it restores rage. Phoenix Eyeglasses increases the chance of casting a special skill, and then Sakura Yukata is just there to reduce AoE damage taken. Probably the most consistent armor piece for attack types. Maybe I think you're better off running Butterfly Raton, but like I said, I have no idea where you get this one, but I think this is the best weapon for squishy characters like Yume. Next thing is going to be the attack set. Now with this attack set, it's probably best on someone like Kasume or Kasumi, but we'll go ahead and put it out there. Butterfly Hunter deals extra damage to the leader. Dragon Howl is probably the more consistent one. And of course, Yume is probably not going to be killing the leader, honestly. She's probably going to be aiming for an opponent like Yume, or opponent Miyuki, opponent like Yuffie. Pretty much any AoE target that can wipe your team, that's the person Yume should be aiming for, unless you're in Crusade and you want to reduce the ult gauge of the boss, right? Pretty much Scholar Kuros, I think this is one of the coolest weapons because incoming attacks increases the attack by 1%. So pretty much what happens is she increases her attack by X percentage so long as she's hit. So she takes one hit, dishes it back out. Next thing is going to be Rhythmic March. I think this is one of the better shoes for attack type characters in general. It increases defense, but also it has another ability where it increases crit by 2% when HP is less than 50%. Or it increases, your crit rate even more than just 2%, right? You can also use Sakura Rain because Sakura Rain just increases overall crit power, but honestly you can't go wrong with either or. And then Fury Shawl, where it increases attack and crit rate, lasting for X amount of percentage if you killed someone, right? So I don't think Yume has enough killing power personally. I think she's just there to mostly rage reduce, so this attack set, it might be you know what I mean? It might be just better on someone who actually is there to deal some damage, because Honestly, Yume is a utility character, and this is where she shines. Alright, next thing is going to be the budget set. Now, this budget set pretty much leverages crit rate, so Bloodsucker with crit rate, Soldier's Boots for, defense percentage, and then Dazzling Kimono to increase her attack whenever she falls below 50% HP. But honestly, by the time Yume falls below 50% HP, time is ticking for her, so I don't really recommend this set. I don't recommend building Yume unless she is just there to rage reduce, honestly, because she won't find her niche unless she's doing that one thing, because she's not like Kasume, she's not like Jemmy and Pan, like other attack characters who can do something outside of just rage reduce. Like, she's not there to kill, she's there to be a utility character. I'm kind of curious as to why they didn't make her a debuff or a spell type, because that would kind of typing would make sense for her, but I think they just wanted more, I guess, how do I say this, more diversity, right? And then of course you can also wear the Scientist Reservation if you want more of a consistent thing instead of falling below 50% HP in order to trigger more attack rate. But it's up to you at the end of the day. Now, if you're wondering about Kasume, she does, or not Kasume, Yume, she does appear in like normal banners. She does not pretty much become limited to the battle pass. I've seen her in normal banners when I was playing on some of like the CN or TW servers. So, look out for her. She's not going to be limited just to the battle pass. I'm not sure about Hachishiki. You guys were asking me, is Hachishiki like a character only available to the battle pass? For now, let's hope that she does come to the normal banners. For sure, Yume will. Alright, let's jump into other things and do some Guild Crusade. We're not going to do some, Dream Arena today just because I feel like diversifying the portfolio a little. Okay. Oh, we got an item, Hero Scarf, super dope. That's a pretty good item to put on utility based characters. Go ahead and challenge this Amon. This is like my kill set for my first set, so if you want to copy like what I run, feel free to do so, but I don't deal that much damage because, well, for the most part our guild isn't going to be like hitting crazy numbers. But I feel like the guild hits very, very great numbers for what we do, because we're not really like hardcore planning out like our guilds and everything, like our matches where it's like, hey, we're gonna attack this person, gonna attack here. We're just kind of casual about it, and like we attack when like we have enough guild or I guess chances and whatnot. So by the way, it's not like a douse to the guild or anything, right? I just want y'all to know that I'm not really trying to keep things competitive within our guild. I just want to have fun for the most part. And as far as like stuff like in Sinnoh Alice, for folks who watch this and used to play Sinnoh Alice, I'm still going to cover Sinnoh Alice, but for the most part I'll provide more details as to why I'm not covering it as much. I'll still cover it, of course. That game's not going away unless like something really crazy happens and I just don't agree with the choice that they make. But for the most part it's still going to be on the channel. Princess Connect stuff is doing really well, so I'm going to keep putting that out. Alright, let's go ahead and hit challenge on this Berry Nest. And I almost want to be cheeky and show you how like Miyuki can pretty much solo this, but I'm not going to do that because that could be dumb. Go ahead and put Vivian, Kasume, Pan, and then we'll put Selena in here. Alright, we'll just use Rotanya because why not? Who doesn't like Rotanya? Alright, put her in there. We'll put Vivian right here and then cast Miyuki. And we're pretty much good. We're pretty much good right here. Honestly, Miyuki just makes things so much easier. It's like during this Guild Crusade, like I hope everyone is seriously using her and everyone's participating, because it'll be much easier than any other week. Honestly, Guild Crusade is one of like the funnest endgame content in the game, just because it's so rewarding. Not only do you get diamonds, but you also get like SSR gear. Like Miracle provides this sort of capability, but there's not very many games like Illusion Connect that's so generous. Alright, I will probably stick to this game as long as it's free to play and it's as easy as it is. I don't want this game to be like super grindy and super like I have to put like 10 hours into it, just because I don't think Illusion Connect shines when it's being played for 10 hours. I think it shines because of how easy and accessible it is and how you can collect all of the waifus within it. There's no other game where I feel like it's this free to play friendly, but it also leaves like something to be had because it's so amazing, because it's so generous. You almost want to play more so you can use more of your waifus, so you can understand the game a little bit better. But honestly, Illusion Connect isn't that complicated of a game outside of Miracle and outside of 10 Saints. And the only reason why is because, 10 Saints and Miracle requires you to use a certain set of characters. So just if in case you're wondering, I am working on Miracle. It is proving harder than I thought to be, of course. And by that, I mean, like, I pretty much completed, like, the first 3. Now, my plan is to pretty much run, like, this team for, like, the first 4 matches. And then, like, the next 4 is going to be, like, Selena and Phoebe, and the last one is just Miyuki. But for the most part, this is proving a lot harder, so I can see why people are having a hard time. I don't want to do it, but my Victoria is already at like level 140 in case you're wondering. I don't want to increase her to level 170, but it might be the case because, she's a really important character within, Miracle, just in case you're wondering. Anyways, that is it for today's video. You saw a little bit of Yume and her rage reduced down in Crusade. Honestly, she's a character that's almost like Miyuki, but really shines in Crusade. She won't shine that hard in Arena. She won't shine that hard in like other features because honestly, she doesn't hit that hard and her defense penetration isn't something that's going to be game changing unless we do something like there's a giant like guild boss or a guild raid where you pretty much have to have like a character that does defense penetration because they're so thick. But in Dream Arena and in, story mode, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen something crazy like that. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 7,500 subs, we'll be doing that giveaway. Drop a Yume in the comments to enter. And I will see you in the next one.